Hello, my name is ADarga, and I'm here to present my issue question for this class. My research for this class. My issue question is: what are the ethical and separately the legal limitations or restrictions on companies not providing contraceptives in their insurance plans for their employees based on the owners of the company's religious beliefs, and how are those limitations or restrictions determined? The first point that I argue is that corporations are legally a natural person. Just like any other person, corporations want to amass wealth, but that is not their only goal in life. People also want more money, of course, but they also want to give back to the community and do other things. Corporations are no different. They want profits, especially for-profit corporations, but they also focus on social responsibility and other issues such like that. One example that I can think of very easily is a company that I work for. Is called Sunset Grown. They are a produce company, and they're smaller. They're still family owned, sixth generational now, but they are for profit. And every Wednesday they bring in produce for all employees to have for free, and it's just a giveaway. If they really only focused on profits, they would not be doing those types of actions. They know that some of their employees can't necessarily go to the store and afford fresh produce every week, so they like to give back to them that way. And it's just a nice thing to do because it boosts employee morale. So that's one way that a corporation is just like a person. People also practice religion collectively, or else there would be no religion like Christianity or Judaism. You need other people with similar beliefs to form a religion. Corporations are, yet again, similar in the same mindset, because corporations need like-minded individuals to come together, and they form that corporation to achieve a common goal. Corporations are just an extension of all their owners, and if they're small, closely held, they generally have the same type of mindset and ethics or beliefs. So why would these owners not be allowed to use what they already use as an extension, which is their corporation, to get financial wealth? Why wouldn't they be able to allow? Why wouldn't they be allowed to use this extension as a way to incorporate some of their beliefs in their own company, or the religious beliefs in the company? So I mean, why should religion not be allowed to act as guidance for a corporation and their policies if all of the owners of the company have the same beliefs? Another issue that I deal with is if this court case treats men and women differently, which most people can agree that it does. Men cannot bear children, and women can. And women should not be treated differently just because they're able to bear children. From an ethics article, I quote that individuals should be treated the same unless they differ in ways that are relevant to the situation that they are involved. If individuals are treated unequally on the basis of characteristics that cannot be changed, then fundamental human dignity is violated. That principle is violated in this case because men and women can't change how they were born, and you're treating people differently on unchangeable factors. So that obviously violates that. Another issue from my ethics article that I thought was really good was the idea of distributive justice, which refers to the extent of society's institutions ensuring benefits and burdens are distributed evenly among society. Exempting certain companies from having to provide contraceptives does not share the burden equally, because some companies have to take the financial burden of providing this extra coverage in their insurance plans and others do not. So this obviously violates the distributive justice theory. When you evaluate any moral decision, it's imperative to ask if the actions treat all people equally. If they do not, then it must be decided if the different treatment is justified. If we live together in a community, we must treat each other as equals, or else society will start to become dysfunctional. This obviously does not treat all persons equally, so I mean, we can kind of see the difference there. I know that I made a case for both sides, and that was kind of my point, because I wanted to view it from all sides. But in the end, after all my research, I feel it's ethically correct to allow closely held for-profit companies to adhere to their religious beliefs when it comes to providing contraceptives. These small companies, as I said earlier, are just an extension of their owners, and if these owners are small, closely held, which at least the IRS definition, because there is no definition in the court case, or the Supreme Court ruling, is 5 or less individuals. If you have 5 or less individuals, you are typically going to be pretty close to the other owners, so you're going to have the same morals and beliefs as all the other owners. So you already use this corporation as an extension of yourselves. Why not be allowed to include religion in that? Also, corporations are deemed a legal person for all other purposes. So if they're a natural person, then they should be allowed the same religious freedom that any individual has, and they should be allowed to include their freedom or their religion in their company policies, because they are deemed a person and they should be allowed all the same rights as everybody else. It's just a way for the owners to become one. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope you look forward to reading my paper. Thank you.